Welcome to A Step Beyond, the program that helps ordinary people like you and me to get out of their comfort zone and do something that is exciting, satisfying, and memorable. I promise you something that will change your entire life onwards. I am your host, Vinod Maverick Kaul. Aren't we all pressed for time? There is the stressful office taking most of your day, and then you come home in an irksome mood and you flop into an easy chair and you're not ready to speak to anyone else. Where is the time to do anything, you ask? Well, meet Shankar Sahay, who made that time for many personal interests and wrote a book of short stories, CHANDAUSI Junction, to recall the nostalgia of a bygone days of his childhood. You know, when the steam engine held sway. You have the picture now. So over to Shankar Sahay, who is waiting for us at the Rail Museum in New Delhi, India. Hey Shankar, have you got a minute to speak to our audience?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Have a seat. Let me ask you a few questions.
Thank you.
Shankar, you are an accomplished professional in the corporate and educational worlds.
Thank you.
However, you have still extended your activities into many other areas as well. Tell us about them and what has motivated you.
I would say that I have been extremely fortunate that I kept on getting different opportunities. As you mentioned, I started my career with Raymond Woolen Mills, Anand Group. Both were accomplished corporates. 1999, NIF Delhi, they were looking for a coordinator for their new program, Fashion Retail Management Technology. And I got selected for that position because they needed someone with industry background in retail and fashion. And once I was there, apart from teaching, I got into writing articles for newspaper magazines. That led to developing case studies. That was helpful in conducting MDP, FDP programs, customized training programs. After that, it was training placement and internship for students, career counseling. Along the way, I got into getting in touch with NGOs, and recently I've got the opportunity to get in touch with an ad agency for writing scripts for different ads. And of course, stories are my passion. Love writing short stories and saying poems, Hindi and English. So I would say it was great getting all the different opportunities from different avenues.
Okay, sounds very exciting. But our audience is really interested in your book, Chandosi Junction, and it brings back the nostalgia of the railways and the steam engine, and that's why we are here. Tell us about your book.
See, the book is Chandosi Junction. It's a collection of short stories. There are 25 short stories which are set in India from 1942 to 1982. And it's actually, I love, that's why sometimes I visit Rail Museum, because it makes me very close to the trains, and which is the topic. They are the stories of an era gone by, time when India was struggling for independence or had gained independence, but the people's struggle continued. So they are in fact all the incidents, anecdotes of what we have heard from our parents. So it's a mix of all those. Like today, we say that we take many of things for granted, but there was a time when something like electricity, water, even the basic things, even in big cities, they were kind of a luxury. Cars was with a very few people. People used to bicycle, and they used to bicycle in a single day for say 40-50 kilometers, and not for fun. It was not for health or any other thing. It was for work. That was the kind of a lifestyle. There was no television, there was no internet, but still kids would be happy. They would not get bored. Today we have got the situation something like kids are 24/7 on cell phone or on games, but still something they say we want something different. So that thing was not there. So it's a showcase of those eras, and I would say that it is practically very popular amongst two segments. One is the, I would say, 40-50 plus, because they have seen those times.
Right, they've lived in those
So it
times,
is a kind of
so this is nostalgic for them.
flashback button for them.
Yeah.
And the other one is 8 to 12-year kids, because they have never seen those times. So it's like a fairy tale. They can never imagine that those times ever existed.
But what sort of propelled you to write this book? Because you're busy with so many things, but what inspired you to write about this?
It was the 2020, so COVID era was there, tough times for all of us, and all of us were looking for ways to keep ourselves busy, mind, body, and spirit. And that's the time when we thought, me and my wife, of kind of chronicling the account of what we have heard from our parents. It's a tribute to our parents. That was the starting point. And there are stories of small towns like Chandosi, Shahjahanpur, Tilhar, Badaयूं, Gorakhpur, big cities like Lucknow, or even for that matter, capital Delhi. And that was the motivation.
Okay, each of your stories has a lesson in the end. I have read about it, so it's very interesting. So, what is the message you want to give to people, or what is the lesson, the big lesson out of all this?
I would say the biggest lesson which I have learned from my life, and I would like to share it with the people without being preachy, without preaching anything, because nobody loves getting some kind of shiksha. I would say meet as many people as you can, listen to their views, be open, and don't judge people. I think if all of us follow these three things, the world would be a much better place to live in.
So, what were the challenges? I'm told publishing is a very tough thing to do, perhaps even tougher than writing a book.
Certainly, certainly,
So, how
no
did
doubt
you
about it.
overcome that?
And for around 6 months, we kept on trying with the reputed publishers, kept on sending the manuscript. Um, Nobody said no. That was the best part of it. Nobody said no,
Okay.
but they said that it will take time.
Ah.
And we were running out of time. So then I asked someone, the person said that go for this Amazon direct publishing. I went for that, tried it, manuscript, everything got ready, put it up. Finally, I found out that in India, Amazon paperback, they don't have that option. It's only in UK, US, and other countries. So then the next best option on Google was Notion Press. I approached them, and within 1 month, the book was out. So it was self-published, and thanks to Notion Press, it could see the light of the day. That was the most important thing. And after that, it has been, I would say, it has been gaining traction, as they say.
So, where do you go from here? Are you going to write another book or do something else?
Yes, definitely. Book writing will continue. And another dream is, of course, that someday, in case on one of the stories, mini-series, OTT, or a movie can be made, because I'm already into script writing for ads. So let's say, because quite possible, maybe that will be the next station.
So, what is your advice to our audience if they also want to follow their passion, whether it's writing or something else? What should they do? Should they push themselves and go for it?
I think the most difficult thing is taking the first step, because everything falls in place after that. But the main thing is there are a lot of things which is in our mind. As in Hindi, they say Hawai ke liye. So we keep on thinking that we'll do this, we'll do that. But unless and until you take the first step, you initiate, you start, nothing comes on paper. So just take the first step, take the initiative, And after that, I think it's very, I won't say it's a cakewalk, but I think after that, doors after doors keep on opening.
Well, thank you, Shankar. Thank you for taking out the time and bringing us to this
Sure.
beautiful place.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. It has been a pleasure.
So, audience, see what Shankar has done. So can you. So, get off your backside and get out of your comfort zone and do something.